Good morning, sir. I'm Nayrb Adrianne Gallego and I'm your physical therapist for today. So, sir, may I know your name and your diagnosis?
My name is Kenny Kawayan and my diagnosis, sir, is left ischemic stroke.
So, sir, for now, sir, I'm gonna be taking first your vital signs for us to know if your baseline values are normal and for us to know if you are capable in continuing the treatment session, sir. So, I'll start with by taking your blood pressure, sir. Sir, is it okay, sir, if I'll lift this up, sir?
You know,
So, sir, your blood pressure is normal. It's 120/80, sir. So now I'm gonna be taking your temperature and your pulse rate, sir. Okay, sir. Your pulse rate is 75 and your respiratory rate is 19 and your temperature is 36.1. So everything is normal, sir. So for now, sir, I'm gonna be taking your heart rate. So, sir, I want you to relax. Okay, sir, so your heart rate is 77, so it's normal, sir. So let's proceed with the interview. So for now, sir, I'm gonna be starting with the interview, sir. So I want you to be honest with me in giving your answers for me to really help you and address your concerns, sir. So, sir, may I know your age?
68 years old.
Your address, sir.
Sibuli Beach, Santa Cruz, Davao del Sur.
May I know your occupation, sir?
Municipal health worker.
Your date of birth.
June 18, 1951.
Your civil status,
Married,
nationality, sir.
Filipino.
You speak in what languages?
I speak Bisaya, Tagalog, and English.
Okay, sir. Are you right-handed or left-handed, sir?
Right-handed.
Okay, what's your religion, sir?
Roman Catholic.
May I know your contact number, sir?
Sir 966-298-8706.
Okay, sir. May I know the name of the doctor who referred you here, sir?
Si Dr. Ken Saison.
Okay. So, sir, how did your condition started, sir, and when did it started?
Limata lang ko din, wala na ikusog ako ang right nga kamot o ako ang tiil din. Tapos ang kauban, din dala ko nga hospital.
What hospital, sir?
Digos doctor, sir.
Okay. So, sir, who attended you, sir, during the admission?
Dr. Janet sir.
Okay. Did he give you any, like, medications or, like...
Na, sir, gi-injectan ko ito niya, pero di na ako ma-remember.
Okay, sir. Okay. Then, are you admitted, sir?
Yes,
For how long, sir?
1 week.
Okay, sir. So, what laboratory procedures did, like, you... Done,
CT
sir.
scan,
Only CT scan, sir. Okay. So, what's the result, sir?
left skin stroke.
Okay, sir. So, okay, sir. So, sir, after this, during the admission, sir, do you feel any, like, problems in your face or
Wala man, sir. Kanina,
only your...
yes, ako alam.
Okay, sir. And did you have, after the admission, sir, so, did you have any other treatments, or did you already experience physical therapy treatment or not?
Wala.
So, did you have any other treatments, sir?
Ako masin yan, gingan ko nila nga, muadto na lang daog maghilutay din. Yato
Then-
ko, then, tagaan ako nila mga herbal.
So, did you note any improvements, sir? Or
Wala dyan actually.
did it worsen or not, sir?
Wala pa siya nag-worse, wala lang din siya effect.
Okay, sir. So, do you have any, like, prior to, like, are you hypertensive before?
Yes, na hypertensive.
Okay, so what medications, sir?
Nagamitin ko og losartan.
Then, after the admission, sir, did the doctor give you med?
Yes, atorvastatin.
Okay, so, sir, may I know, like, what's your main complaints, sir, about your condition, sir? Like, what's the reason behind why?
The reason
you
why
go-
na kuan ko kay sakit jud gyapon ako ang right na kamot ug akong tiil.
Okay, sir. So, if I want you to set a goal, sir, then what will be your goal?
Mawala na
for this year,
ni ako ang wala na dapat nalikusog ni o wala na po yung sakit nga ma-experience kaya para makapalit sa mga trabaho.
So, before, sir, like, when your condition started, sir, is everything normal? Like, you can walk normally? You can
Yes, normal yung kayo. Actually, join ko exercise ako work every Friday namin
okay,
nag-exercise.
good, sir. Okay. But for now, sir, what's the difference, sir?
Karon dili na jud kay ko ka-exercise tama hindi kay ko kalihok tungod ani akong condition. Pero ginatry na ako ma-liok-liok gamay at least.
So, sir, when you're doing your, like, activities in daily life, sir, like, when you're taking a bath, eating...
nagapa-assist ko sa akong anak.
Okay. So, he's helping you, sir. Okay, very good, sir. So, sir, who's with you when you're at your home, sir?
My anak,
Okay.
asawa sa akong anak, then ako isa ka apo.
Okay, sir. So, sir, your employment status for now, sir,
What to to?
you're a...
Municipal
Health
health worker.
And, do you help in, like, doing your course at home, sir?
Yes, nagakuan niya ako dito.
Okay. So, sir, may I know your living environment, sir? So, like, from your door to living room, sir, so approximately how many steps?
10 steps.
How about from, like, your bedroom to your comfort room?
5 steps.
Okay, so, like, from your bed to kitchen?
6 steps, sir.
Okay, sir. So, So your house, sir, is it 2-story, 1-story?
1 story.
You're living in a house, sir, or like an apartment? Or...
Unhoused.
Okay. So if if I'll if I let you rate your conditions, sir, from poor, fair, or good, so how would you like to rate it, sir?
Fair.
Why, sir?
Um, actually, dili pa gid siya good, then dili po siya poor, kay makaliyok naman ko gamay, then makalakaw-lakaw ko, pero magamit ang gyapon ko kung sungkod.
Okay, sir. So, do you need any assistance when like you're...
Nag-assist gyapon.
Okay, sir. So, sir, do you have any diet, exercise?
Wala ko yung diet, pero nagaiwas na ko atong mga bawal na.
Okay, sir. Then do you still do exercises, sir?
Nag-exercise ko, pero dili na gud kayo ko.
So, what type of exercises, sir?
Like mag-walking.
Okay, sir. Very good, sir. Very good. So, may I know the like your family health history, sir? So, just tell me, sir, if your parents have this condition, sir, if your mother or father. So, do you have any history of like heart disease?
Wala.
Like hypertension from
Ako ang
your
father.
Okay, sir. How about cancer, sir?
Wala.
Okay, sir. Diabetic?
Wala.
Okay. Pero like someone from your parents like had a stroke before?
Yes, akong mother.
Okay, sir. So, okay, sir. Then, did you have any like major surgeries or laboratory or
Wala.
radiologic before? Like,
Wala.
okay. How about like are you admitted before?
Wala. Karon lang gud siya.
Okay, sir. How about aside from CT scan, sir, did you have any laboratory test or radiologic test?
Wala na, sir. Kato lang.
Okay, sir. So, what are your medications, sir, aside from losartan?
Katong after test na
Okay.
hatag sa doctor.
Okay, sir. No other...
Wala na, sir.
Okay, so that ends our S part. So, now let's proceed to the objective part. So, let's start with the systems review. For cardiovascular system, you can see the results or you can check if it's impaired or unimpaired through your vital signs. Then, for your integumentary system, you need to check for integrity, color, and elasticity of the skin. And you can also do skin turgor test. So, for skin turgor test, the only thing you need to do is like you just need to pinch the skin of the patient. So like check if it go back immediately or after like less than 1 second or more than 1 second. If it goes back like more than 1 second, so it means it has a problem in its elasticity. So for the musculoskeletal system, you can check it if it's impaired or unimpaired by performing like gross ROM and MMT. Then also you need to check the patient's height and weight. And for the neuromuscular system, you need to check the balance of the patient by your neurologic assessment later on the like assessment tools. You can use Berg balance, gait analysis, modified Ashworth scale for tone, and other tests, non-equilibrium and equilibrium test. So I'll start with the musculoskeletal exam. So now I'm gonna be doing the ROM testing. So, sir, for today I'm gonna be checking the range of your range of motion. So So for now, we're gonna be performing the manual muscle test. So sir, I'm gonna perform the manual muscle test. So the purpose of this test is to check the strength of your muscle. So sir, I'm gonna start with your upper extremities. So let's start with the shoulders, sir. So I want you to do this motion, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, down. Next, do it again. Okay, down. So sir, I'm gonna be applying resistance, sir. So do the same motion and don't let me push your arms down. Okay, sir. Start. So don't let me push your arms down. Up, sir. Okay, down. Next is so for forward motion, sir. Okay, that one. Okay, you can do it. Down. Forward. Down. So I'm gonna be applying resistance again, sir. Don't let me push your arms down. So sige, okay, do it, sir. Okay, sir. Down. Next is for elbow flexion. Okay, sir. So I want you to try to fold your arms, sir. Okay. Down. Down. I'm gonna be applying again resistance, so don't let me straighten your elbows, sir. Okay. Okay, start. Okay, stop. So next is for extension. So from this position, sir, I want you to like close fist and try to straighten your elbow. Okay. Again. Okay, sir. And then I'm gonna be applying a resistance. So from this position, flex position. Okay, try to straighten your elbow, sir. Okay. Next is for elbow extension. So I want you to try to like put your hands behind your back. Down, back, down. Then I'm gonna be applying resistance, sir. So put your hands on your back. Then don't let me put your arms down. Okay. Stop, sir. Next is for your wrist. So I want you to like do this position, sir. Okay, do this position. Okay. So I'm gonna be applying resistance for now, sir. So you try to like, okay, put down. Okay, go. Okay, down. Okay, for extension, do this motion, sir. Then you try to do this, down. Do this. So I'm gonna be applying resistance, so don't let me put your hands down. Okay. Down. One more time. Down. Okay. That's it, sir, for the upper extremities. Okay. For the lower extremities, let's start with the hip flexion. So, sir, I want you to like try to like to raise this up like that. Raise it, sir. Okay. Raise it up. So I'm gonna be applying a resistance, sir. So don't let me put your legs down. Okay. Up. Down. Okay, up. Down. Next is for hip abduction. So sir, I want you to do this motion, sir, actively, sir. Okay. Down. Do it again, sir. Okay. For now, sir, I'm gonna be applying resistance, so do the same motion. Okay. Don't let me put your legs together, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. So for knee extension is you instruct the patient to press this down. So sir, can you like to press this down, sir? Okay. Stop. Okay, sir. Next is do it, sir. Press. Stop. Press. Stop. That's it for knee extension. So for ankle plantar flexion is instruct the patient to do a tiptoe. Okay. Sir, can you tiptoe? Okay, relax. tiptoe. Okay, stop. Now, sir, I'm going to be applying resistance. So, tiptoe. Stop. Okay, tiptoe. Stop. Next is, I want you to try to fold this one. Like this. Okay, relax. So, fold. Relax. So, I'm going to be applying resistance. Fold. Relax. Okay. Fold. Relax. And that's it for the ankle. For postural assessment in standing, check or observe the following: cephalocaudal approach, head, neck, trunk, shoulder, pelvis, knees, and ankle. Note for any asymmetry, curvatures, and abnormal postures in all angles. So for now, I'm gonna be performing the muscle bulk measurement. So sir, the purpose of this test is to check for significant like weakness or decrease in your muscle size. So I'm gonna be checking your muscle bulk. So I'll start with your upper extremities. So sir, I want to and make sure to measure on the other side, and you need to compare both sides. So for the lower extremities, sir, I want you to please stand up. Forward, sir. Both. Forward. And also make sure to take the other side for reference. So for now, I'm gonna be doing the special test, which is the sulco sign. So sir, I'm gonna be doing a test to check if you have any instability or subluxation on your shoulder. So I want you to relax, sir. The only thing you need to do is you need to pull the elbow or the arm distally. So relax. So you check for any like dip in below the acromion, or you ask the patient if he feels any like feeling of subluxation or instability. So for this case, it's normal. So for now, I'm gonna be doing the sensory assessment. So sir, today sir, I'm gonna be doing the sensory assessment. So the purpose of this test is to check if your sensations are intact or impaired. Okay, sir. So for now, sir, I'm gonna be introducing two types of sensation, which is this one, which is the sharp sensation, and the other one, which is for dull. So I want you to close your eyes and identify which sensation am I introducing, sir. So
Dull. Sharp. Sharp. Dull. Sharp. Dull. Sharp. 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 Dull. Sharp. Dull. 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 Sharp.
and that's it for pain perception. The next test is for temperature. So, sir, I'm gonna be checking your temperature sensation. So, I'm gonna be introducing two types of sensation. This one is for the hot, and this one is the cold. So, tell me, sir, if what are you feeling? So, I want you to close your eyes and please identify what am I applying.
Hot. Cold. Cold. Hot. Hot. Cold. Cold. Hot. 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 Cold. 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 Hot. Hot. Cold.
And that's it. Next test is for light touch. So, sir, I want you to point where did I apply the stimulus. So, it may be in any parts of your body. So, sir, I want you to close your eyes. So, okay. Okay, and that's it for light touch. So next test is for kinesthesia. So sir, I'm gonna be moving some parts of your body and I want you to follow it on the opposite side. So sir, I want you to close your eyes and try to follow the position of your arm. So sir, I'm gonna be doing the next test, which is test for proprioception. So sir, I'm gonna be moving your body and I want you to identify if it's up, middle, or down while closing your eyes. So sir, sige for now.
Up. Middle. Down. Up. Middle. Down. Up. Middle. Down.
That is for lower legs. So for lower extremity, sir, this is the up, the middle, and the down. Okay, sir.
Middle. Up. Down. Middle. Down. Up.
That's it for proprioception. So our next test is the test for stereognosis. So sir, the only thing you need to do is I want you to identify these three items. This is the watch, the pencil, and the phone while closing your eyes.
Phone. Pencil.
Okay, sir, this one.
Watch. Phone.
And that's it for stereognosis. Next test is for barognosis. So for barognosis, sir, I want you to identify which is heavier. So I want you to close your eyes. So which is heavier, sir? Okay. Which is heavier? And that's it for barognosis. Next is the test for graphesthesia. So I'm gonna be writing some letters or numbers to the patient's body and I want the patient to identify. So sir, I'm gonna be writing some letters or numbers to your like skin. Then I want you to identify it like while closing your eyes.
A.
And that's it for Graphisthesia.
Oh,
So for now, sir, I'm gonna be testing your coordination. I'm gonna look for any incoordination and to check if like some parts of your brain are affected. So let's start with the first test, which is the finger to nose test. So I want you to point your finger like this and try to touch your nose. Do it slowly. Slowly. Okay. Try to move it faster. Okay, on the other side. Move it slowly. Slow. Do it faster. Okay, stop. Next will be the finger to therapist finger. So I want you to look at me, sir. So I want you to touch my finger. Then after you touch your nose. Try to do it slowly. Faster, sir. Do it faster. Okay, stop. That's it. Next is finger to finger. So I want you to do it like this and try to touch both of your fingers. Try to touch. Do it faster, sir. Touch. Okay, stop. Next will be do it like this. Point your then try to do it alternately. Use the other hand. Slowly. Try to do it faster, sir. That's it. Stop. Okay.
oh,
Next is I want you to do this one, sir. Slowly. Do it slowly, sir. Okay. Next. Try to do it faster. Let's do it on the other hand. Okay. Slow. Let's do it faster. Okay. That's it, sir. Next. So I want you to do this type of graph. Can you do it, sir? On the other side. Okay. Next is I want you to do this one. Like try to face your palms up. Face your palms down. Face your palms up. Down. Let's do it faster, sir. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Stop. Next, sir, is I want you to put your other arm like palm up and the other down. Okay. Try to change it alternately. Sir. Like that. Okay. Very good. So let's do it slowly, sir. 1, 2. Okay. Let's do it faster. That's it, sir. Now let's move on to your lower extremities. Okay, I want you to lie on your back. Next, sir, is I want you to put this heel to this knee, okay? Okay. Do it, sir. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it faster. 1, 2, and 3. On the other side, slowly. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's do it faster. 1, 2, and 3. Next, sir, is I want you to put this heel to this toe. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, do it faster. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. On the other side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's do it faster, sir. Okay, that's it. So I want you to using this heel, like you try to slide it on your shin like this. Okay. Okay. Do it, sir. Okay. Slowly. Okay. 2 and 3. Okay. Try to do it faster, sir. 2 and 3. Okay. On the other side, slowly. 1, 2, and 3. So let's do it faster. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. That's it. Next is I want you to point your toes at my finger. Okay. You touch it, sir? Okay, that's it. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, do it faster, sir. 1, 2, and 3. On the other side. 1, 2, faster. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Next is I want you to draw a circle using your hand like this. Can you do it, sir? Sir. Okay. Do it one more time. Try to do it a bit faster. Okay. Okay. On the other side. Okay, slowly. Try to draw a circle. Okay, that's it. Let's do it a little faster. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's try it on your foot. So using this foot, sir, try to draw a circle. Slowly. 1. Okay. 2. Try to do it faster. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's try on the other side. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, let's do it faster. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. And okay, sir, I want you can go back and sitting now. So that's it for the coordination test. So I'm gonna be doing the deep tendon reflex. So sir, for today, sir, I'm gonna be doing the deep tendon reflex. So sir, I want you to relax. Relax. So for triceps, for biceps, relax. Relax. Then for the wrist, relax, sir. That's it for the wrist. Then for the lower extremities, sir, relax. For the ankle, relax. So that's it for deep tendon reflex. So for now, I'm gonna be doing the modified Ashworth scale to test for the patient's muscle tone. So sir, today sir, I'm gonna be testing your muscle tone. So I want you, sir, to relax. So relax. Sir, I'm gonna be moving it quickly. So relax. So that's for the shoulder. Then for the elbow, relax, sir. Then for the wrist, that's for the upper extremities. Next is for the lower extremities. Ikat na. So for the lower extremities, sir, I want you to relax. So sir, I'm gonna be moving it quickly. Sir, I want you to relax. I'm gonna be moving it quickly. And for the knee, the leg. So I'm gonna be moving it quickly. Relax. Then for the ankle, you need to put like a pillow underneath so that the ankle will be relaxed. So sir, please relax. Relax. Sir, I'm gonna be moving it quickly, sir. Relax. Then I'm gonna be moving it quickly. And that's it for modified. For now, I'm gonna be doing the pathologic reflexes. So I'll start with the Babinski sign. So the purpose of this test, sir, is to check for the severity of the damage to your brain, sir, and to check if there are some other parts of your brain that is affected, sir. So for Babinski test, instruct the patient to relax. Then you stroke the patient's lateral side of the foot. And that's it for the Babinski sign. Next test is Chadok sign. So you just need to stroke the lateral aspect of the foot beneath lateral malleolus. So, sir. And that's it for Chadok sign. Next. Next test is the Babinski sign. So you just need to squeeze the calf muscles. That's it for the Babinski sign. So pathologic reflexes are considered positive if the patient exhibits extension of the big toe and fanning of like the other toes. And also it is indicative for upper motor neuron lesion. Stop natin. For gait analysis, make sure to check the trunk, pelvis, hip, knee, ankle, and foot. Just make the patient walk and observe it in all directions and angles. So for now, I'm gonna be doing the cranial nerve assessment. So the purpose of this test is to check if there are any associated problems with some other nerves. So for cranial nerve number 1, instruct the patient to close his eyes. Then you let the patient identify which type of smell, what type of odor are you using. So sir, can you please close your eyes and cover one side of your nose? So sir, can you identify the smell?
Slightly coffee.
Okay, so for the other side,
The same.
so that's for cranial nerve number 1. For cranial nerve number 2, you need to instruct the patient to look straight in your eyes, and you need to shine a light using a pen light on his eyes, and you check for any dilations or constrictions of the pupil. So sir, I want you to look straight into my eyes. For the other side. That's it for cranial nerve number 2. For cranial nerve number 3, 4, and 6, you instruct the patient to forcefully close his eyes. Next, after that test, is you instruct the patient to look and follow to your finger. So, next, sir. Follow, sir. It is up, down. Also, you can test other quadrants like. And that's it for cranial nerve 3, 4, and 6. So for cranial nerve number 5, instruct the patient to close his eyes and identify which type of sensation or stimulus are you giving, if it is sharp or dull. So sir, can you please close your eyes and tell me if it's sharp or dull?
Sharp. Dull. Dull. Sharp. 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 Dull. Sharp. Dull. Sharp.
And that's it for cranial nerve number 5. So another test for cranial nerve number 5 is the corneal reflex. So instruct the patient to look straight on your nose. Then you apply a cotton or a wisp on his cornea. So sir, look straight into my nose. Next. And that's it for cranial nerve number 5. So for cranial nerve number 7, you only need to instruct the patient to do some facial expressions. Sir, can you please raise both of your eyebrows? Next, sir, is can you close and open your eyes? Open, close, open. Sir, can you smile? Next is can you frown? And that's it for cranial nerve number 7. Go. For cranial nerve number 8, you instruct the patient to fixate his eyes on your nose and instruct the patient to look to his left and right. So, sir, please fixate your eyes on my nose. And can you please turn your head to your left? Can you please turn your head to your right? So, another test for cranial nerve number 8 is for hearing. So, you can use the Rhines test wherein you need to have a tuning fork, or you can use an earphone. Just let the patient listen on his bilateral ears. So for cranial nerve number 9, you're gonna be assessing the taste of the patient. So first is you let the patient have a candy. Then you ask if he was able to identify the taste. Next is you can check the swallowing. So you let the patient drink a cup of water. And also you can test for the voice or the phonation by just listening to the patient's voice. So that's it for cranial nerve number 9. So for cranial nerve number 10, we will be gonna checking for the gag reflex and for the movement of the palate. So sir, can you please say ah? Sige, one more time, sir.
Ah.
So check for the movement of the palate, and next you need to check for the gag reflex. So say ah. That's it for cranial. For cranial nerve number 11, you just ask the patient to shrug his shoulders. So can you please shrug both of your shoulders, sir? Okay, relax. One more time. Relax. That's it for cranial nerve number 11. So for cranial nerve number 12, just instruct the patient to move his tongue. Like, sir, can you move your tongue to your left, to your right? Okay, upward, upward, downward, forward, backward, and can you try to curl your tongue, sir? And that's it for cranial nerve number 12. So now I'm gonna be doing the Brunstrom stages of recovery. So, sir, the purpose of this test is for me to identify which stage are you at the moment, or what stage are you at the moment in your recovery. So I'm gonna be doing some tests. I'm gonna doing some movement, and I want you to perform it, sir. So, okay, sir. First is I want you to try doing this, sir. Can you clench your fist? Open. Try it in your other side. Okay, close. Then open. Next one is I want you to try to hold this one. Okay, open, sir. Close. Okay, open. Okay. And also, sir, I want you to try to hold this pencil using this hand, sir. Release, sir. I want you you to try to hold this key like this. Can you perform it, sir? Release it. Next is I want you to hold this cup like this one. Okay, can you perform it, sir? Next, sir, is I want you to hold this cup like this. Release. Next is I'm gonna be testing your upper extremities. Put your hand or your right hand at your back. Okay, sir. Next, I want you to do this one, sir. Sir. Next is I want you to do this one, sir. This position. Try to like put it down, up, forward, and down. Okay, sir. Next is I want you to do a more difficult movement combination, sir. Next is from this position, sir, higher. Let's go higher. From this position, okay, higher. Try it to the other side. Position, higher. Okay, that's it. Next one is, so I want you to perform this, sir. Like this. Open, close. So open, close. On the other side. Open, close. Open, close. Next is I want you to do this position, sir. I want you to raise your shoulder this way. Okay, sir. Okay, down. Other side, sir. Good. Other side. That's it, sir. And I want you to do this, sir. From this one to here. Can you perform it, sir? Okay. Okay, this is the way. Another side. Right. That's it, sir, for the upper extremities. And now I want you to do this movement, sir. So this is for lower extremities, sir. So I want you to like raise your hip and knee 90 degrees, okay? Next, sir, is the other on the other side. So next, sir, is I want you to like fold your knee. Okay. On the other side. Also, let's try to do this, sir. Fold your knee one time and try to do this, sir. Try to like do this movement. Okay, next, the other side. Do the same movement. Okay. Next, sir, is I want you to stand, sir. And you do this position, sir. Next. Okay. Next, sir, is I want you to extend your hip like this one, sir. Extend your hip. On the other side. So next is I want you to extend your hip then while folding your knees and ankles, sir. So like this. Like this. On the other side. So that's it, sir. So for now, we will gonna be doing the Berg balance test. So the purpose of this test is to check for the patient's balance and the risk of falling. So first is you instruct the patient to stand up and try not to use his hand for support. So sir, can you please stand up and not use your hand for support? So sige sir, stand up. And okay. That's next is you instruct the patient to stand for 2 minutes without holding on. So sir, can you please stand and hold for 2 minutes? So let's assume it's already 2 minutes. So next is you instruct the patient to sit for 2 minutes with arms folded. Okay, stop. Next is you instruct the patient to sit down. So sir, can you please sit down? Next is you arrange 2 chairs for pivot transfer. Ask the subject to transfer from one way towards a seat with armrest and one way towards a seat without armrest. You may use 2 chairs, one with armrest and one without. Next, go. Sir, can you please transfer from that chair to this chair? Okay, sir, from this chair to the opposite chair. Okay, sir, one more time. One more time. Next is you instruct the patient to stand still and close his eyes for 10 seconds. So sir, can you please close your eyes and stand still for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next is instruct the patient to place his feet together and stand without holding on. Sir, can you please put your feet together? Then stand without holding on for 1 minute. Two, one. And that's it for... So for this test, you instruct the patient to stand still, raise his arms to 90 degrees, and while extending his fingers. So sir, can you please raise your hand forward and while extending your fingers. Next is you try to reach as far as you can. Okay sir. Okay. Stop. Next is you instruct the patient to pick up an object from the floor. So sir, can you please pick up that slipper? Instruct the patient to look behind over his left and right shoulder while standing. So sir, can you please look behind over your left shoulder? Okay, try to do it to your right, sir. And you can also let the patient look for like objects to promote better twisting. So sir, can you look at this object here, sir? Next, on the other side. Next is you instruct the patient to turn in a full circle or to 360 degrees in both directions. So, sir, can you please turn to your right? Next is to your left, sir. Okay, that's it. Next is you instruct the patient to place each foot alternately on a step or stool. Continue until each foot has touched the step or stool for 4 times. So, sir, can you please step on the stool? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is katong duha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Next is you instruct the patient to place one foot directly in front of the other. So sir, can you please put your foot in front of the other? And if the patient cannot perform it, he can increase the length of his foot. So like, sir, let's try it on the other side. So place, then okay, next. The last test, you instruct the patient to stand on one leg as long as he can. So, sir, can you stand in one leg? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's it for Berg Balance Scale. So for now, I'm gonna be doing an assessment, which is the functional independence measure. So the purpose of this test is for me to know what to address during the treatment session and what to focus more. And I want you, sir, to answer me honestly, since so, sir, I'm gonna be asking questions about how you do your activities in daily living. So just tell me, sir, or like just tell me if you are doing it independently or like if someone's assisting you, and how is he assisting you. So, sir, for the self-care items are I'll start with feeding, sir. So how is it, sir?
Makaya naman ako kaon, then usay na mapa-assist ko sa kuan na.
Okay, sir. When grooming,
Makaya ra pod, then usay po nagapa-assist po ko sa kuan na niya po.
during bathing, sir.
Nagapa-assist ko, pero ako rin po kasagaran ang nagabuhat.
Okay, when dressing your upper body, sir.
Nagapa-assist niya po sa kuan na.
For lower body,
Same gyapon.
when toileting, sir.
Ako nagsasabi yan.
Okay, sir. So during urinating, when you're urinating, sir, is there any problem?
Wala may
You
problema.
urinating, like you can control it, sir. Okay. How about during bowel movements?
Wala man po problem.
Next is for the mobility items. So I'm gonna ask you how you transfer, sir. So from bed to chair, sir.
Makaya raman ako lang sa lilim.
When going to the toilet, sir.
Ora po.
From do you have any tub or shower?
Tab lang, sir.
Okay. So like for when going to the tub,
Okay raman, sir. Ako ra po lang.
do you have a car, sir?
Wala, sir.
Okay, sir. Next is for locomotion. So tell me, sir, if you're independent or dependent or with assist. Okay. For walking, sir.
Independent. Usay pod, nagapa-assist po ko sa akin.
When like going up the stairs.
Assistance.
When like walking in the community, sir. So
Assistance nga pong ginawa ko sa kuan na.
okay,
Assist.
okay, sir. So now, sir, we will gonna be doing an assessment, which is the Fugel-Mayer assessment. So the purpose of this test, sir, is to check your physical performance and also for us to know your stage of recovery or your chances of recovery and also the severity of your condition. So let's start with reflex testing. So since we already performed the reflex testing earlier, so I'm gonna proceed with the synergies. So sir, I want you to perform this motions that I'm gonna be presenting, sir. So I want you to like raise your arms up like this. Try to put your chest forward. Try to fold your arms like this. While performing this motion, sir, try to like twist your arms like this. Outwards or outward. Other side, the other side. Next is fold it like this. Fold it like this. Okay. Next on the other side. Up. Try to put your chest forward. Fold your arms. Twist it like this. inward. Okay, that's it, sir. And then stop, sir. Okay. Next is, I want you to do this, sir. And like, do this one. Okay, sir. And try to put your chest at the back. That. Also, try to extend your elbows, maintaining the extend. Then try to twist it like this, or twist it like this. Also, okay, extend it, sir. Extend. Like that. Position, sir. That's it. The other side. Put your this. Twist your elbows inward, and so do this. Okay, that's it, sir. Next is I want you to follow me, sir. So try to put your hand at your back. Okay, on the other hand. Next is I want you to do this one, sir. Down. This one. Okay. Down. So next one, sir, is I want you to do this position. Okay. Try to like lift it, sir. Okay. Try. Twist. Okay. Then palms up. Okay. Your palms down. The other side. Lift. Okay. Fold it like this. Okay. Try to put your palms up, down, palms up, down. That's it, sir. Next. Next, sir, is I want you to do this, sir. Try to like raise your arms up like this. Okay, and down. The other side. Okay, down. Next is I want you to do this one, sir. Okay, let's go up higher, sir. Okay, down, sir, down. Okay, on the other side, up. Let's go further, sir. Okay, and down. Next, sir, is I want you to do this, sir. Straighten, arms forward, then palms. Put your palms up. And now try to put your palms down. Let's do it on the other side. Palms up. Okay, palms up. Palms down. Okay, palms up, sir. Palms down. That's it, sir. Next movement, sir, is I want you to do this position again. Try to in a fist. Try to fold it. Okay, down. Try to fold your hands. Okay. So down. Yeah. Next, on the other side. Up. Down. Up. Down. Try to hold it like this. Up. Down. Okay. Up. Okay. That's it, sir. Next. Next is I want you to do this position, sir. Fist. To raise your fist like this, well, maintaining the straighten your elbow. Okay, down, this, do it again, down, the other side, up, okay, down, up, and down. Okay, that's it, sir. Yes. So like this one, sir, do this position and try to twist your wrist like this. On the other side, twist. Okay, that's it, sir. Next is I want you to do this one, sir. Like hold this one to your nose. Okay, hold this, sir. the nose. On the other side. That's it. Next one is I want you to do this one. This. Okay. Then try to extend it fully. Extend fully. Again, close. Full. Okay. Then extend. On the other side. Extend it fully. Close. Extend. Okay, that's it. Stop, sorry. Next is I'm gonna be testing your grasp. So start with like doing this. Okay. Try to hold this pen, sir. Don't let me pull it, sir. Okay, release. That's it. Next is I want you to try to get this key, sir. Okay, hold. Try to do it yourself. Try to hold the key. Try to hold this one. Don't let me pull this from you. Okay, next. The tip of the pencil like this, sir. Don't let me pull it here. Okay, that's it. Next is I want you to hold this one like this. Stop. Next is I want you to hold it like this. Okay, that's it.
Kasi Kuya Nayrb.
Up. So for the lower extremities, sir, I want you to do this position, sir. Can you please do it, sir? That's it. Next is I want you to put this leg near to this leg. Okay, sir. Start. Okay, well, extending this one and this one, sir. Okay. That's it, sir. Next one. Okay, sir. I want you to raise your knee, and while doing this, while maintaining this motion, sir. Okay. Try to raise your knee. Okay. Down. Let's try it on the other side. Yeah. Okay, on the other side again. Down. And the other. Next, sir, let's try to do it while standing. So raise your knee while maintaining this position. That's it. Next. Okay, on the other side. Stop. So, sir, I want you to put this heel to this knee. Do it slowly. Okay. Okay. Down. So, yeah, one more time, sir. Okay, down. One more time. Down. Try to do it faster. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Try to the other on this other leg. 3, go. 1, slow. Another 1, 2. Okay, last one. 3. Now let's do it faster. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Next. Okay, for now, sir, I want you to sit without support. Okay, can you do it, sir? Next is try to fall. Okay, that's it. Next on the other side. That's it. Next. Sir, I want you to stand up. Stand up. Can you stand alone, sir? Okay. Next is I want you to stand on one foot. Try it to this side, sir. Like do this. Okay. Can you maintain your balance, sir? Okay. Try it on the other side. That's it. Okay. I want you to sit down. Ito lang. Test is I'm gonna be, sir, for now, sir, I'm gonna be like moving you passively, sir. So just relax and tell me, sir, if you feel any pain. Okay, and just tell me to stop if like I reach your maximum. That's it for upper extremities. So for lower extremities, tell me, sir, if you feel any pain or discomfort. And that's it for the Fugel-Meyer assessment. So for the plan part, first is I'll start with, or you can start with the modalities. So you use FES on his right, like upper and lower extremities. So any muscle maybe for like 15 minutes. So you can do that as a start. Then you can also do um, bed mobility exercises, like transferring from supine to sitting or rolling from supine to prone or prone to supine, and like changing bed positions. And also to for you to begin with ambulation, you can start with like heel slides. You can also do powing, or you can also do PNF exercises like D1, D2, flexion, extension for upper X, so that it will help him um, practice his self-care activities. And also you can do cup transfers, those exercises. And maybe you can also add pelvic bridging, like you can also do squeeze ball exercises. for the hand, and other exercises also would include gait training for like with cones, practicing him with gait or maybe with assistance or walking. And you can also start with sit to stand exercises, um, and also to address his subluxation, you can perform approximation with joint pounding using the tripod position. You can also perform bed mobility exercises like from supine to sitting, from sitting to supine, from turning from left to right, or changing position from supine to prone. You can also do that activities. Also, for the upper X, you can do bilateral rowing to help him practice ADLs. And also, since the patient has a cane, so you can also instruct the patient to use the cane in doing his exercises, since the patient is really motivated in his treatment, and also he really wants to recover as soon as possible. So it will be a good start. Also, you can tell the patient or like instruct the patient to regularly do exercises, and since he's motivated, so you encourage the patient to like to walk or to do activities in daily life for him to recover more fast. So you can also do ambulation practices like or exercises with cones. So practice the patient in like turning from like different directions or going from different directions. Also, you can also do seated marching. You also you can also practice stepping up on a stool with a walker, with a with walker or crutches. So that's it for the plan. Also for the home exercise, you can also give home exercise programs by like you can choose those easier exercises such as wand exercises in all planes of motion, the approximation with joint pounding, and also those heel slides, squeeze ball exercises, and also those basic exercises that patient can perform at home. That's all.